One of the more common things we're asked about here at Stealth Bits is blocking policies. The goal of blocking policies vary from organization to organization. Sometimes it's about preventing attacks that could cascade into more malicious attacks, such as a DC sync attack that can be used to do something more malicious like a golden ticket, forged pack, or a pass the ticket based attack. Other times, it's more about following change control processes or making sure that they're not accidentally circumvented. So I'm going to walk you through three unique attack scenarios that you can leverage with inside of Stealth Intercept. In this case, I'm running as a user, Martin Kennard, and this user has the ability to perform synchronization of the domain because he works in a branch office. However, that also gives him the ability to perform what's called the DC sync attack. In this case, if that user attempts to do that synchronization to a non-domain controller, Stealth Intercept intervenes and prevents that. So while that user can go and right click at a domain and have it replicate among domain controllers, the moment from their desktop they attempt to replicate and try to steal information out, this will actually thwart that attack. Additionally, the same user has rights within group policy, so they can go and take a particular policy and make modifications to that policy. However, they must do so to adhere with change control policy. So when this user attempts to make a change to a policy, for example here, and modifies something, when they click OK, they'll get access denied. This is going to force the user back into doing things within the core process, which is getting a service ticket number so they can initiate that change, at which point in time they'll be authorized to make the change through unlocking of the blocking policy, allowing them to make the change. And then once that's done and the service ticket is closed, you can then further restrict that policy so they can't accidentally make changes. Equally, in this case, I'll look at doing Active Directory lookups. So in this scenario with doing an Active Directory lookup, what I'd like to do is prevent a user from enumerating who is in my built-in administrators group. So if we go look at built-in administrators, I prevented this user from seeing anything about that group. None of the attributes are available for that user. So someone trying to do reconnaissance type behavior against your organization won't be able to identify who exactly is built in this inside of the built-in administrators group. Additionally, I have an organizational unit called privileged users. Would be a great place to look to find out who's in those groups or more importantly, my service accounts. But when the user clicks on, for example, a service account or you, they're not able to return anything. So they get an error when they click on the OU and they can't see the contents. Now, if I logged on as an administrator and clicked on the service accounts OU, you can see that I can see who's in that OU, or as an administrator, I can go and look at this particular group and see the members. However, I can restrict users who shouldn't have access to that information. That's three unique examples of how you can use blocking policies inside of Stealth Intercept.